Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best anime friendships. For this list, we're looking at the anime scene's chummiest chums and best of buddies. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
I kept holding on, a dream full of fear. Last time you left me for real.
Number 10. Hanako, Kasumi, and Olivia, Asobi Asobasi. Granted, this is not your typical trio of whimsical girls who venture through their school years in search of love, adventure, and all things innocent. This is a whole other kind of beast. Starting up the Pastimers Club as a way to alleviate their boredom, this hapless trinity of hilariously vulgar young ladies never misses an opportunity to make the others trip over themselves. You have to give them credit for continuing to maintain such a bond in spite of how many times they've backstabbed each other. Though, given how comedic the outcomes usually are, we are more than happy to see this setup continue. Number 9. Meliodas and Ban, the 7 Deadly Sins. Outlaws gotta stick together. All throughout their time as both protectors and exiles, the Dragon Sin of Wrath and Fox Sin of Greed have held the strongest bond. Whether they're goofing around, knocking the crap out of each other, or arguing about who's best girl, you can clearly see the camaraderie underneath. In the rare instances when they do get deadly serious, both sins have demonstrated they'd gladly do whatever it takes to save the other, even if it means Ban getting his body blown up for the umpteenth time. Number 8. The Sailor Scouts, Sailor Moon. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, and remaining the most steadfast of friends every step of the way.
Amy, are you alright? Still, I think Ray would be a much better choice. Thanks.
While the gaggle of gals that make up this magical troupe couldn't be more different, and often had drama outside of the miniskirts and tiaras, they always rallied when it came to thwarting threats from beyond the stars.
Maybe we should settle all of this after we take care of the burglar. No way! This has been going on too long! This is mutiny! You can't do this to me! Looks like we just did. We're sick of following a dingbat! Dingbat? Oh, a hothead who burns off people's feet is better than a dingbat.
Sure, Sailor Moon might be a crybaby and a literal princess at times, but her huge heart always kept the group together through thick and thin. If their friendship can survive what happened with Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, they can handle anything.
Oh no, Sailor Moon!
Why'd you do that?
Number 7. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, Attack on Titan. Considering just how much of a wreck their lives have been, the fact that these three have remained friends for so long is something of a miracle. While he's very much governed by his desire for revenge against the monsters that killed his mother, Eren wouldn't have gotten very far without the help of his 2 closest court buddies. Mikasa is a beast all her own that would eliminate anyone if it meant protecting those most precious to her. As for Armin, he's a beacon of integrity desperate to hold on to every last shred of goodness left. Without each other, they would have all gone over the edge by now. Number 6. Madoka and Homura, Puelamagi Madoka Magica. We should all be so lucky to have someone like Homura in our lives, a friend who went above and beyond to save her closest companion against an impossible fate. Following on from Madoka's demise, Homura sold her soul to become a magical girl, using her one wish in an attempt to undo such a grim outcome. Of course, like all deals with Kyubey, it didn't work out as well as expected, as no matter what she tried, Homura was unable to save Madoka no matter how many jumps to the past she made. Does she give up? Not for a second, even with the indescribable trauma constantly biting at her heels.
だからね、全部わかったよ。いくつもの時間で、ホムラちゃんが私のために頑張ってくれたこと、何もかも。
Number 5. Ash and Pikachu, Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Its name is Pikachu.
Oh, it's so cute, it's the best of all!
You'll see.
Oh, hi, Pikachu!
Pika.
Butterfree went bye-bye, Charizard stayed behind, and every extra Pokemon Ash collected was casually yeeted off as soon as he skipped over to the region next door. All save for one, his precious Pikachu. From the very first episode onward, Ash and his Pika pal have been an inseparable duo that have gone on to win countless battles and lose more than a fair few championships. Regardless of how many times they've been knocked down or had to send Team Rocket blasting off again, it's clear that the Electric Mouse and the Eternal 10-year-old won't be leaving each other's sides anytime soon. Number 4. Ryuko and Mako, Kill la Kill. One is a ball of fury, badassery, and swag, and the other is Mako.
Ryuko-chan! Kochi! ここ空いてるよ!
Together, they're the ultimate underdogs, sticking it to the oppressive overlords of their battlefield academy. While Ryuko is very much the fighter of the two, Mako's never-ending optimism and manic mannerisms serve as a constant source of support, providing the vengeful orphan with the familial sense of love and comfort she'd been lacking her whole life. They're about as subtle as everything else in this series, but that doesn't mean their friendship isn't genuine and heartfelt. Number 3. Yugi and Joey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Card games just have a way of bringing people together. While these two were originally nothing more than a bully and his victim, a combination of duel monsters and friendship rocketed them all the way to best buds.
That was when I met up with you and Tristan. Although you sure didn't act like my friends at first.
With Yugi's innocent nature and impossible hair complementing Joey's determination and Brooklyn accent, it wasn't long before they were taking on duelists and facing down shadow games together.
You fought a valiant duel, my friend, and this is the hardest move I've ever had to make.
Still not sure if the heart of the cards is a real thing, but we sure as hell believe these two care a great deal for one another.
Hang in there, you. You'll be out of those chains in no time.
Number 2, Caiman and Nikaido, Dorohedoro. There are so many reasons these two shouldn't get along, yet they're besties. And they're just delightful.
もうダメだ。二階堂、早く食わせてくれ。
お待ちど。
He's a bit of a goofball trying to reclaim his lost memories, who also happens to have a reptilian face, while she's a diner owner who can kick a monumental amount of ass, who also has some major skeletons in her closet.
じゃあずっと俺のダチだ。
本当のお前がどんなやつでも、何があっても、私たちは友達だ。
Both have pasts that are mired in blood and betrayal, and yet because of their unorthodox relationship, they find the strength to get through each day with smiles on their faces. That, and Nikaido really knows her stuff when it comes to cooking gyoza.
やれやれ、ただの行き倒れだと思って油断したよ。
まったく大ドジだよ。助けてやったんだから、今夜はおごれよな。
今まで一度だって金払ったことないだろうが。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Gon and Killua, Hunter x Hunter.
ねえ、君いくつ？12歳。同い年ね。
What started as a casual greeting at the start of the Hunter's exams soon spiraled into a lifelong partnership, one that would prove strong enough to overcome the worst the world had to offer. While one is the single-minded son of a legendary hunter, the other is a walking weapon raised by a family of assassins, and yet they get along like a house on fire.
Gon. もう十分だ。
What's so amazing about these two is that while they undoubtedly became battle-hardened through various confrontations and tragedies, neither Gon nor Killua ever lost sight of just how valuable their friendship truly was.
カイトも言ってたよ。俺たちどこにいても仲間だから。Oh!
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.